and good afternoon. How are you today? My name is Lisa Keegan and I am a Thermomix team leader and consultant for Thermomix in Australia, and I'm on a mission to help you get the most out of your Thermomix investment, or if you don't have a Thermomix, help you decide if it's the right fit for you and your family or your own kitchen. So today I want to show you how simple and quick it is to whip up an afternoon snack in your Thermomix. Now I've got 4 young growing boys. They are forever hungry, so making sure I've always got something on hand that I can make is so crucial. So let me introduce you to the caramel almond cashew slice, except I have no cashews today. So I'm going to show you how we can use a guided recipe from cookiedoo.com.au to turn it into our very own recipe using our own ingredients that we have on hand. So let's get started on this recipe. We can scroll down and see the steps and the ingredients if we like. As we scroll further, you'll find information like utensils, but then the hints and tips and nutritional information as well. So that's as you go down further in the recipe. Let's click on Start Cooking though, and it tells us what to do. Grease and line a square cake tin. We can go next. Okay, so next thing it's asking for is 150 grams of almonds. Now I don't have activated or roasted, I've just got raw. So I'm going to roll with what I've got. Hopefully I've got enough in my little container here. So in goes 150 grams of almonds. 147, that wasn't too bad of a guess. Next. Now it's going to ask my cashews, but I don't, hasn't mentioned I'm all out of cashews. So I'm going to make up a few things. So I'm going to put in some pepitas to start off with. I've got a little container here of pepitas. 95 grams, that'll do. And then I need to add a bit more, obviously, to make up for it. So what about 150? Okay, there we go. Doing pretty well with the numbers today. Okay, some dates. It says medjool dates. I don't have medjool dates. I've only got some dried pitted dates at the moment, so I'm going to use those. It just means that it might be a bit of a drier mix, and I'll have to have a play with that when I get to that. So 160 in there. They're supposed to be pitted. Fingers crossed. Sometimes I check them and sometimes I live on the wild side. Wow, I am using up all the leftovers today and everything. All right, next up. Insert the lid. I'm going to chop this down, and you can see it's got 3 seconds speed stick, so let's give this a spin. Now it says prolong it if necessary, so let's have a look at what's happened inside, because I don't know. Wait for those arms. There's a 3 second delay on those arms. That's not too bad. I might just take it a wee bit further though. I want it a bit finer, otherwise the kids will complain it's a bit chunky. So all I do now is I can hit either freestyle it where I turn the speed dial, or I can hit the back arrow and do that step again. It's completely up to you, depends how you cook with your Thermomix. There we go. I know that I might get distracted halfway through a step and I might spin it further than speed, what was it, 6? And that's going to be a problem. That's perfect. That's what I want. Okay, 40 grams of dried cranberries, and I think you could use sultanas or goji berries or anything like that. Excuse me while I reach over. Any dried kind of fruit would do, even like apple pieces or pineapple would be yummy, I reckon. 40 grams. I'm actually not sure how we've still got this packet. Normally, the 4-year-old in this house will come out before everyone else is awake in the morning, and we will find evidence that he has raided the dry fruit in our house. So I have no idea how we're lucky enough to still have that bag there. We've had that bag for a good few months. Okay, 40 grams of coconut oil melted. So this keeps it dairy-free, which is really handy as well. You could also make it nut-free by using all the seeds instead of, obviously I still had almonds today, but there's no reason why you couldn't add some sesame seeds as well and things like that. Okay, 45 it is. Okay, 65 grams of almond butter. So what I would suggest if you're doing it for, say, a school that is nut-free, is you use tahini, which is made on sesame seeds instead. And obviously swap out your almonds and your cashews for the things we've used: pepitas, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, those sorts of things. I've got leftovers from when we were away in our caravan, and if you want to see what we cooked when we were away in our caravan, check out my Facebook page. But I've got leftovers of our peanut butter, which we would often use as a kind of a quick in the car rice cake kind of situation. So I'm going to use the leftovers of that, but I actually don't think it's going to be quite enough. So let's see how we go. I think I'm going to be light on the peanut butter. It's good to finally get rid of the jar though. Nothing worse than having 99% empty jar in here. What I am going to do though is I'm going to just jump out and grab from the fridge the tahini to top it up, which I thought I should have done before we started, but I forgot. So 1 second. Okay, here's our tahini. So tahini is just milled down sesame seeds. Keep it in your fridge and it will last ages. You can mill your own sesame seeds down to tahini. By all means, that is definitely something you can do. I need a spoon. And I've done that in the past where I've milled my own down. There is a difference in taste between the unhulled and the hulled. It means they've taken the skin off the outside of it. And there's certainly, I reckon, a bit of a different taste. So it is worth kind of trying both as well. All right, there we go. Especially if you're relying on that to keep it nut-free. Okay, next up, that's our almond butter. Some honey. Now, we don't use honey in our house. We use rice malt syrup, just personal preference. And as you can see, we buy it in a big jug, but this lasts us 6 months, 12 months, so it's all good. So 60 grams. This is our setting part, that the nut butter and the honey is what will make it set hard so it stays together. So you really can't swap that out or omit it completely. You'll end up with a bit of it'll be a coconutty, kind of gluggy mess. So you do need to have the honey or something that's a liquidy kind of syrupy thing in there. Okay, it says this roasted ground wattle seeds, and it says in the tips that it's not necessary. I've never included it, so just skip that. Unless you've got it, and then put it in. Vanilla extract. I'm using my Caravan vanilla paste at the moment. Now, normally I have made my own, but I need to do that video again for you guys. Love making vanilla paste in the Thermomix, and I need to put it on my to-do list this week because this stuff costs way too much money when you can make it using a handful of vanilla beans and sugar and water in your Thermomix. So I will do that video, but you guys are in my YouTube and my Facebook page. You'll find a video there. So if you type in vanilla, you will find videos where I've done it for you guys before. So please do check that out, especially if you can get your hands on the vanilla beans. They're the part at the moment that's a bit hard to source. 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. At the moment, yes, all the suppliers seem like they're pretty out of stock or very low on stock, so they made what's left expensive. Some salt. Just going to put a pinch in. I'm not going to go too heavy on that because we do have peanut butter, although it was unsalted and it was actually proper peanut butter made on peanuts. Okay, on with the lid and we're nearly done. How easy is this? So 40 seconds, speed 3 reverse. So I'll just turn that up to speed. Let's take the lid out so you can see what's happening in there. You can see it churning around, mixing it all together. Nine seconds. In that time, I've managed to clean up the pantry. How cool is that? That's the beauty of the Thermomix. You get hands-free time. Alright, transfer the mixture to your tin and smooth evenly with a spatula. Place in the refrigerator for a minimum of 2 hours. My kids will usually be into this in about half an hour, so it is firm enough then to cut and it'll be okay to eat. So I don't think you need that full time, but if you're putting in things like lunch boxes or cutting it up for maybe a morning tea or something, then wait till it's done the 2 hours. So, grab my little pan. Let's just wiggle you back a bit and we'll put this in here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So I've just got, mine's a ceramic dish, okay. Put the paper on top, just wiggle you guys back a little bit, there you go. And see how beautiful that looks, like look at that. Who needs to buy them, you know, muesli bars and things like that at cafes when you can make it so easily yourself. And if you want it chunkier, like I doubled the blend time to make it not as chunky, but you can take care of that yourself. Just so easy, and look at that. You guys probably can't see the paper's popped up. Let me just rotate that around. Now I would love to hear about you making this in your Thermomix, or I'd love to hear from you if you don't have a Thermomix and you want to get your hands on a Thermomix. I'd love to help show you how it works. I'd love to inspire you with what it can do and empower you with the information. And for those of you who don't know me, I may not have introduced myself. My name is Lisa Keegan, mum of 4 busy boys and a passionate Thermomix consultant and team leader. And I just want to make sure everybody keeps taking their Thermomixing to the next level. There's so much the Thermomix can do that sometimes it's easy to just fall into old habits or things like that, but then when you see how simple some things are, you go, oh, why have I not been doing that all along? And that's the aha moments I want you to have when you're watching these videos. So subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be doing videos most days, new recipes to inspire you. Most of them will be unedited and live like this. This is how I roll. I don't really have time for pretty editing and stuff, not when you've got 4 young boys under your toes. But yes, if you subscribe to the channel, then you'll get the updates, you'll get the email to say, hey, there's a new video to watch to learn more about your Thermomix. Now, just let me put this in. I need to push this down. If I don't give it a really nice firm push, it's not going to set nicely. It's just going to be a crumble, and it's going to have to be served with as a muesli with yogurt. But give it a good push. Now, this will make 24 little muesli bar type things. By the way, for anyone who's got the silicone muesli bar tray, you could put it in that as individuals. There is no reason why this couldn't be made as little individuals instead of having to cut it up later, because the cutting is where you kind of lose your structure because you've got so much nuts in there. So it has to be really set to cut beautifully. Let me show you this. I'm totally impressed with this. Can't wait for it to set enough for us to chop it. The other thing you can do with this is turn it into big bliss balls. It makes amazing large bliss balls. Look at that. How cool does that look? The recipe does go on and shows you how to make. Just get that out of your way so you can see. It goes on and tells you how to make a chocolate topping for it. We don't bother with the chocolate topping. My kids are not fans of chocolate, so we just skip that over. And it's amazing without it still. So give this recipe a go. Do like and subscribe to the channel. If you want more inspiration, go to my Facebook page, Lisa Keegan, Thermomix Consultant, and you'll find a wealth of videos there. There's hundreds of videos to inspire you to get more out of your Thermomix, like this, real life from my home, turning up daily to help you get more out of your Thermomix. So do go check that out as well, but make sure you subscribe. But also the other thing is share this YouTube channel with your friends who have Thermomixes. This is open access. It's for anyone who's got a Thermomix who wants to learn more. And it's also, you know, if you've got friends who are thinking about a Thermomix, they're like, oh, what's it all about? Send them here, because then they can just watch the videos and see all the different things. There are some that are edited videos, but a real deal. As it happens in my life, you'll see my kids come and go. You'll see me drop eggs in the machine and all sorts of things. So keeping it real in my kitchen. Anyway, that's it from me now. I'm putting this in the fridge for 2 hours. So that is the caramel almond cashew slice from cookiedoo.com.au. You can send that to your TM5, your TM6, and if you've got a 31, you can subscribe to it and actually still utilize those recipes, the meal plans, and the shopping list. Anyway, that's it from me today. Have a fantastic afternoon. Do reach out if I can help you in any way, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.